Hey there. So I have an issue here that I'm running into with a UE5 multiplayer project that I think I discovered a potential solution for. So as you can see, I've got two clients here. One of them is also running as a server, but on seldom occasion, one of these clients will run into an issue where they just don't spawn correctly. Like the camera will show up, but the pawn that the player should be able to control actually doesn't show up, and it sometimes it takes a while for this to show up. As you can see, I've spawned a couple times here. I'm going on like the fifth or sixth time now, and the issue still isn't occurring. However, when it does, okay, and speak of the devil, so it just occurred. So as you can see, there's one ship here. And this ship only belongs to the server. The other client does not have one. As you can see, that ship is just a prop, but there's supposed to be two, right? There's one for each client, and I think I've narrowed down what's causing the issue. So as you can see, there's a lot of error messages because it's saying this object doesn't exist essentially because it didn't spawn. And this it doesn't happen every time because I open and close it many times, but what I think I found the cause to be is that Epic's like player start doesn't handle collision very well. So if you go into your game mode, wherever you're spawning your pawns in multiplayer, you want to double check this collision handling override. So it's usually just by default, but I would recommend that you set this to try to adjust location but always spawn. And this is going to tell the engine to try and move your pawn and spawn it somewhere else because it's running into some collision issue. Now the thing that also tripped me up is that I spawn a couple pawns. So I spawn a ship and I also spawn a camera for the player to control. And I noticed that not only was the ship collision causing the issue, but also the camera collision, because once I fixed the ship, it was working a bit better, but then I also still noticed that sometimes it got caught up, and I believe that was also because of the camera pawn that was also colliding with the other player's camera pawn. So set them both to try to adjust location but always spawn, and that should help you quite a bit. And I know it definitely helped me where I no longer saw this issue, and so now I can just repeatedly try spawning multiple times. Let me close some of these windows, move this, and so yeah, there's two ships here. I can just try this multiple times over and over again, and so now there's an issue where I still need to figure out how to fix this. But as you can see, it basically just showed me the issue happening here. Now both ships started in the exact same player start location. What's kind of frustrating is that I got to figure out how to improve this logic, because I've got 3 different player start locations, but for some reason the Unreal Engine decides to pick the same one, and not all the time, but definitely more often than not. So I hope this helps someone. I noticed when I was trying to do Google searches for trying to figure out what this is, because I couldn't find a debugging tool to exactly figure out where it's happening. I think one thing that would have helped to debug this would be if I like debug and print out the exact actor transform location on where each one is spawning. That would probably help, and I'd probably recommend you to do that too if you're running into this. If you're still running into it, just double check where each pawn is spawning and see if you can find some kind of collision. But yeah, hope this helps you guys, and let me know if you see any other problems that you want some help with. Take care. Bye.